take some risks to see if they can cut that lead down.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Brown kicks to Wiggins. They grab their own miss. Brown, good.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Yeah, and you know what, Greg? You like their effort level here in the early going. I mean, they're really making things happen for themselves.
Brown against Allen. And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Levine's checked in. Here's Augustine. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Augustine's got 5 more.
Not phased at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Motiejunas has the open look. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine. Motiejunas has got his first 2 points of the night. Here's Levine. 9 points last game out. Brown outside. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Brown's got 28. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Timberwolves lead by 8. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And a chance to hear from LeBron James as he talked about the challenge of remaining calm and collected throughout the ups and downs of the NBA season.
For me, at a younger age, I was never even keel. We would win a playoff game when I was younger. I was excited out of my mind, and then you would lose, and I was the worst person in the world. But I think at this point in my career, I kind of stay even. One game shouldn't affect the next game. You know, you go out and play as hard as you can, live with the results.
Again, just another part of the maturation process for LeBron. He's become such the consummate pro.
Yeah. To see the pressure he's dealt with and the way he's handled it with that even-keeled nature. You know, he's as solid and steady as they come at this point in his career. Nothing phases him, nothing rattles him.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
It's been about the effort. Love the hustle they've shown here in the first.
Yeah, it's due to their hustle, as you said, Greg, and showing up on the scoreboard, too.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Brown in a 2-guard. Ezeli is out there with Chang. Then there's Lance Thomas, and it's Levine at the point guard position.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Here's Godalock. Rebound collected by Levine.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket. They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And the Rockets making a change here. Beverly's checked in. And then for Minnesota, Towns, he's checked in for Festus Ezeli. Thornton comes in for Thomas. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Brown. And he can't hit the second. Minnesota leading by 8. With a big group substitution here. Motiejunas is checked in for LeBron. Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza. James Harden, he's checked in for Gowler. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Jen. Wiggins comes in for Marcus Thornton. Brown, he's checked in for Levine. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And Capella sends it back. Here's Augustine. It's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got 6 rebounds in the game. Wiggins drives in. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Wiggins has got 6.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy. Get into them on the perimeter.
In field goal percentage, and he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And you mentioned it. I mean, one of the top shooters in the league, quick trigger with just a little better footwork. Boy, I tell you what, he could even move higher up the rankings.
Brewer with the ball. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Augustine. Rebound, Minnesota. Towns has got his 5th rebound in this one.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
Motiejunas a screen on Rubio. And Motiejunas with the basket on the assist by Augustine. Augustine's got 3 assists in the game. Brown with a screen on Augustine. Brown outside. Kicks it out to Rubio. To the middle. Ezeli the pass to Brown. Shoots from the elbow, and he knocks down the jumper. Brown's got 35 in the game.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Harden, that's good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Allen's checked in for Brewer. And a change for the Timberwolves. Thomas checked in for Towns. Rubio with a screen on Harden. Brown dishes to Rubio. Outside Thomas. He hits Brown with the drive. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. And it's 37 points for Freak.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Nets really lit up the floor. He finished with 48 points, as he usually does, really knocking down shots from beyond the arc. It was a performance for the ages, and one that will have the whole league talking.
All right, Doris, thank you. It really was a stunning performance. He was at his absolute best in that game.
And if he can come anywhere close to another performance like that here tonight, it would be amazing.
Yeah, it really would be, because you know now the defense is going to be focused squarely on him. They're going to make sure that he doesn't beat him again.
Motiejunas a screen on Brown. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas. Now the shooting guard position is where teams look for a lot of their points. And these players, the highest scoring among them, haven't disappointed. Freak, number 1. James Harden, 3rd.
And night after night, we see this group punish opposing defenses. I mean, if you pick one way to deal with them, they'll beat you another way.
Yeah, you don't have to take a long look at their point totals to see that this is the premier group of scorers at the premier scoring position in the NBA. Shooting guards can flat out bring it. You know, they've changed their game here in the second, getting a little bit more physical, playing with some toughness now.
And I'm looking for them to increase that lead if they can keep getting to the free throw line.
The Timberwolves have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8. Free throw good, Wiggins. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Zhang's checked in. And he makes both free throws. There's 42 seconds left in the first half. Augustine against Rubio. And stolen by Jang. Azili kicks to Brown. Unloads from 13. Here's Rubio. And off the flyer, and in it goes. Rubio's got 5 now.
Clearly, they've been the hotter team here in the first half.
Well, they've been grit and grind, working for those high percentage shots, and quite honestly, it's paid off for them.
And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here.
Get that.
And here's Harden. No good trying to beat the buzzer. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Timberwolves ahead, just dominating this one. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
All right, fellas, great job in the early going, but we've got to keep playing the same way. Keep this building out of it. Number one, I love the teamwork we're seeing out of you guys. We're tearing them to shreds with our passing at the offensive end. Let's keep that going and pile up those assists. We were able to make an impact with our low post offense. Let's continue to exploit those good mismatches in the paint. And let's try to play the second half at a moderate pace. Not too slow, but not too fast that it turns into a shootout. That's not what we want. And that's all I wanted to go over with you. Let's go play a good half of basketball.
Now it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
He's been absolutely in control. No slowing down for Brown. He's got 39 points, and from downtown, he's buried 3 three-pointers.
Well, when he squared himself up and gotten good looks, he's knocked them down.
Minnesota's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Everly and Harden, they're the backcourt. Montezumas out there with LeBron James, and it's Capella in at the 5. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
Move the ball and stick it
It's
too much.
Brown with the drive. 4 on the clock. Jang. Another shot. And yet the lay-in is good that time from Brown. Brown's got 41.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and are taking control on the glass.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feel.
They set the pick. The drive by Rondo. Dishes to Towns. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Rondo's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. The Rockets really having a tough go here. Harden kicks to Montezumas. Inside. Capella with the bucket. Capella's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Rondo with a screen for Towns. Brown wide open. He fires. And another three for Minnesota.